December 18th, 2012. We're at the Douglas Spring Trail in Tucson. We're about 2,800 feet. We're going to go to Cowhead Saddle is where our destination is today. It's three and a half hours. Cowhead Saddle is kind of a cool main intersection of the whole park. So anyway, we'll take you along here. We're going to climb to about 6,000 feet today. We have some snow on the mountains, so we should get some good pictures. We're on our way. We got a little diesel engine running there. First part of the trail is pretty flat. It's just getting light. It's about 6:55. A little bit chilly this morning, probably about 40, but it will be about 65 by the time we get up there. Nice and flat in the beginning here. Onward. Got my walking stick. We're ready to fly here. Giant saguaros here. Is it 20-footer? Kind of heading up that way. Coming up on the register here. Always good to sign in when you go on these hikes, in case you get hurt or something. I saw a car who beat me, so somebody's already out there. Doesn't say that. Unless they went overnight, that would have been cold. Oh, he's from Colorado though. Says no, he's not staying there. Oh yeah, he'd come back at 5:30. So the guy has cars there must not have signed in, I guess. Douglas Spring Trail. And that's the Converse Trail over that way. Stock Bypass Trail. There are a lot of horses that take these trails. It's amazing they can climb some of these areas you're going to see here shortly. But see the snow on Mount Lemmon over there. Supposed to get more tonight and tomorrow. It's been really dry so far this whole year. Could really use it here in Tucson. Converse Trail. Douglas Spring Trail we're on still. Garwood Trail takes you to the dam, the old Garwood Dam, which is pretty cool if you're not looking for a huge workout. They don't want any stock on the Converse Trail. You'll see the terrain. It'll change as we get higher, obviously. Desert floor here. Mostly saguaros and prickly pear and cholla. Prickly pear. And we're starting to climb a little here. Climbed a little already. A fire here a while back, and we're going to see a lot of burned up stuff. Sun just hitting the top of Mount Lim. We're still in the shade here. Carrillo Trail. I've been on that one. We've gone 1.1 miles so far. It's 8.4 all the way to Cowhead Saddle. It's another 5. It's 5 to Douglas Spring from here, and 7.4 to Cowhead, which is what we're going to attempt to do today. little flat section right here, which gives you a breather for a couple minutes. See, we're still back to our step ups here. That flat area didn't last real long. Our first look at Spud Rock with the snow on it. Not going quite that high, but we should see snow by the time we get to Cowhead, maybe a little, I would think. Or a very good camera shot of it anyway. Another little flat section. That's the one nice thing about the Douglas Spring Trail. It's not overly difficult. There's some climbs, but it's some flat areas too, which gives you rest, as opposed to the Tanque Verde Ridge Trail, which is really pretty, much more difficult. Just keeps climbing and you don't get really any breaks. Here we're actually going down a little bit. We're kind of in the foothills of the spring cons now. Another one of Tucson's dry creek beds. Actually is a little bit of water down there from the snow melt from the other day's snow, I guess. Very little, but it'll be interesting to see if Douglas Spring has any water in it. Probably does. Probably will, because it's a little higher up. Another flat section. It's always tricky when the trail goes through rocks. And just kind of try to follow wherever you can here. I usually go straight unless I see something that makes me want to turn. But sometimes it does turn. We've gone 2.3 miles. We're getting there. It's a nice flat area here. Douglas Springs, 3.6 miles. A couple other trails that branch off. We're going to keep going straight here. Now it's quiet, no road noise anymore. We're about 3 miles in. Not quite halfway yet. Starting to climb again. You see the Kip Peak way out there and telescopes. Of course there's telescopes on Mount Lemmon too, but you can't pick them up on the camera. Moving along here. I lost the cactus now. We're papaya. Prickly pear still, but no saguaros. And we're going down into this ravine here. A gradual climb, it's not too bad. It's another old burned up tree. Yeah, it's a lot of buffalo grass here. Really dry. Definitely more than last year. Burns really easy. Hopefully we'll get more precipitation here in the next couple months. No more sweatshirt, that's for sure. It's about 9, a little after 9, so we're 2 hours in here. And I'm gonna guess we're about 1.5 miles, or a little less than 1.5 miles from Douglas Spring. We've gone about 4.5. It's the north side of the mountain, so it doesn't get melted as easy. You're gonna get a bunch more tomorrow. Some water. Good and bad with water. These are wildlife gonna want to come and get a drink, including mountain lions. Being by yourself is probably not a great idea to hike by yourself. But you just keep making noise, talking to yourself, narrating a video. That helps. Coming into Douglas Spring campground here. About 6 miles in. Site number 1. There's a restroom over there. If you are hiking, you can stop at the little outhouse. Tie your horse up. We're going to go another 2.3 at the Cowhead Saddle. It's going to be about another 1,000. We're almost 5,000 feet here. So Cowhead's like 6,100, so we got about another 1,100. And here you can see where we're going. Let's see what this says. Cowhead Saddle 2.4. Like to do the through hike where you just keep going and go back down through either Juniper Basin to Tancaverde Peak and over, or Cowhead down to Manning Trail and back over to Loma Alta, or Quilter Trail and then Loma Alta. Just need a little more daylight to do that, because that's 11 some miles back after you get to Cowhead. So this is 8.4 to Cowhead, so it's another like 2. It's all downhill, but still, it's a little bit of water in here. It was more in March last year when I did this, or February. But again, it was more snow at that time. Follow these rocks. Here we go. Off the Cowhead Saddle. We pulled into Douglas Camp around 9:50, so that was 2 hours and 50 minutes. You figure 2 miles an hour is about right when you're climbing. Douglas Camp's another one where you could backpack and start the first night there, and then it wouldn't be a super long day, and then you could hike your way up to Cow Head and then Mica Mountain and Devil's Bathtub and Spud Rock, all that stuff up there. Is the second day. Camp up at Manning and then come back. So you could do 2 overnights if you wanted. Some more remnants of the fire. Another burned tree. A lot of them up here. It's about, we're about 5,500. That's, no, I guess we're a little higher than that. I don't know, because it's about 2,000 feet up, I think, from here. Spud Rock. I could be wrong. A little bit thicker trees here. We've been climbing pretty good here. It's a little bit eerie here. It's thick cover on this part of the trail here. Shady, but a little bit scary. I don't know what's hiding around in here. Coming through here, Lions. Coming through. We're coming back up now. Skedaddle. Definitely an interesting part of the trail. This would be some shade coming back. It's amazing the whole thing was open and then all of a sudden get into these really closed down. Imagine we see some hikers coming back, but I just know not very many people come up this far this late in the year. First look at a little bit of snow. Pretty cool. A little bit more. Hopefully it doesn't start getting, I don't have any snow shoes. May not be able to get the cow head if it's and bring my crampons. Still manageable. Somebody's been through here, I don't know, probably yesterday. It's like two people, or else one going and coming back. Plain. Should be about a mile away, probably. You know you're in the back country when they start marking those trees. Should be getting close here. Got to be less than a half a mile in, out. Coming up to an open spot up here. I gotta believe we're getting close. Whew. Looks like we're gonna have an awesome view here. We have a marker here. Cowhead saddle. That was a bit of a workout. So Manning Camp's only 3.9. You could do that in a day, it's just you're not going to be able to come back. So it's 8.3 to this where we started. So. What's this one here? This is Tankerverde Ridge, or Tankerverde Trail. Trail had 11.5 miles, so you could go back that way. It's a little longer, but it's mostly downhill except for the last, oh, you got another 1,000 to get to the peak, and then a lot of different trailheads. I'm going to just go up here a little bit. Got to be a decent view here. Need to get out of this saddle for a second. See what time it is. Yeah, 11. So it's 3 hours or 4 hours. Yeah, it's 2 miles an hour, a little more than 2 hours. And we still got a ways to go to see anything. I don't think I'm going to get going any further. When I start heading back here, it should only be about 3 hours going down, probably. Not as good of a view as Rincon Peak, but not bad. Hope you enjoyed this video of Douglas Spring Trail up to Cowhead Saddle.